Welcome back to chess. Game 7, and we're going to go straight into it. We just played game 6, and that one went really well, so straight into game 7, and we got d4. I'm going to play d5. We got Queen's Gambit. I'm going to play the Queen's Gambit declined. Okay, c5. c5 immediately, I think, is a bad move, and this very much is reminiscent of the Vienna game we had 2 games ago with the pawn on f4. So I think possibly b6 could just be strong here. So yeah, watch was just knight f6. But I really like b6 straight away. And if he pushes, I take. If he takes, then I take with the a pawn. And we're threatening to capture here. Takes, takes, takes. So yeah, I really like that. Don't really know much of the theory. The Queen's Gambit declined. Just know that this knight usually goes here. This knight usually goes here. Okay. b4. So he's really committed to holding on to this pawn. Now the question is, going to go a5. If he takes, I could take with the rook or the pawn. a5, pawn takes, rook takes, pawn takes, pawn takes. And we have an isolated pawn on b6, but we've got a developed rook. And this pawn, yeah, it doesn't look that good. I could just take immediately, but he'll recapture. If I take, he takes, I take with the pawn. This doesn't really deal with the problem. I'm just going to play knight f6, and I'm sure that this will figure itself out. Another good thing about b6 is I can play the bishop to one of these squares. Could have played it there previously to stop him from playing e3. But I think just bishop e7 and castles looks good. Yeah. Bishop e7 castles. Then I can get my knight to d7, bishop to b7. And play for e5, potentially. Still, it's a5. No, let's not waste time on a5. We've already looked at a5. It's not a move we're going to go over again when nothing's changed. So bishop e7. We're going to play knight f3, knight c3. Really interesting would be a4. Okay. Bishop e5 check. That's an interesting move. So 3 options. This, this, or this. So if I play c6, forces his bishop back, and we could play b5, and then just really close the position on the queen side. Alternatively, you can just play knight c6. I can't play knight c6, sorry. I can play knight d7. But then c6 looks kind of annoying. I'd have to bring my knight back to b8. And that's a lot of pressure. Bishop d7. Again, c6. Hold on. Bishop d7, c6. Then I can just capture the pawn with the bishop or the knight. c6 immediately. I don't know. I don't know what I think about c6 immediately. I like bishop d7. But hold on. Bishop d7, and then bishop captures. And then not knight captures, but queen captures to prevent him from playing c6. So if I this, he's got c6, and that has to come back. He's got queen c2 to defend the pawn, and then that's really annoying. So bishop captures, queen captures. No, he doesn't have c6, but he's going to be threatening c6 soon. I had to play knight c6, but then he's got b5. And b5, I'd have to play knight to b4, a3. Yeah, my knight's trapped there, so I'd have to go to... So, bishop here. So here, 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 here. And then he develops a knight. Then I go knight c6, b5. So I have to play a6 first. Then he can play queen c2. Knight c6. Yeah, let's go bishop d7. I think it's good. I think it's good. Just have to be careful with where I put my knight. Okay, knights. This is just bad because we just take with the bishop. Take with the knight, then queen here is annoying. So just take the bishop, and we're just winning a pawn here. Yeah, don't know what he's thinking with that move. Okay, so he has b5, but we've won a pawn now, so it's a little bit different. And if I can just drop it back. Yeah, okay. Do I have knight a5? I do have knight a5 because I can bring it to c4, and that looks really, really splendid. Nice square. Just checking out, and there's no way to stop me from getting to c4. I mean, he can go knight d2, and then I can go to knight c4. Takes. But he's got no way of trapping it, so I think knight a5 is good. I could have gone knight b8, but I mean, he's got no path forward. Unless I play like a pawn break, or c6. But I think, maybe I should have gone knight b8 to play c6. Anyway, just going to castle now. And then we can get this knight to c4. In fact, can we play c5 here? Wow, c5 looks really strong. c5, if he captures en passant, then we take with the knight. And c5, if he doesn't take it, then we're going to have c4. And then he's in real danger. Is there any drawback? c5, en passant, knight takes. Is my knight not as good on c6 as it would be on c4? Possibly, but I can just bring my knight back to here. And I'm opening up this file. Yeah, let's do it. c5 looks like the way to play it. You can go a4, but I'm going to have c4. And this is a pawn that I can just put right behind and be very happy about. Yeah, upper pawn. I mean, the question is, can he allow c4 and still be okay? Can he just like play a4? He doesn't even need to play a4. Just develop the knight. And then go c4. Maybe not even c4. Maybe I go knight c4. Okay, knight c3. So takes. Don't really want to do that. Takes. Bishop b4 though is interesting. Knight can come to here. It's got no way forward. So probably have to go knight e2. Then I got the bishop on a really good square. I'm just going knight c4. The other thing is c4, but I mean, I'm actually liking c4 less and less just because it's going to be so heavily blockaded. And I think we should get this bishop active. So I'm going to take, hope that's not a mistake. It'll be very instructional if it is a mistake. And if he takes with the pawn, then that's... He could take with the queen. I didn't even consider that. But taking with the pawn doesn't look good because it's just going to create an isolated queen's pawn. Okay, he does take with the queen. So he prevents my bishop b4, but I think... I got bishop c5 first of all. But I've also got knight c4. Yeah, just knight c4. Defends this square. If he goes knight e5, then bishop c5. He is going to get this square though for his knight. Right. Knight e5. Bishop c5. He's calling me the queen. Yeah, maybe in being so focused on my own outpost, I've given him one. Oh, but hold on. Bishop here, queen here, because he has to stay defending this knight. Then knight h5. Bishop here. He has knight here straight away. If I move it. Then he just moves his queen. Okay, takes. This might just be the way. Trade off his active knight. And I think it is going to be the way. Because when he takes, I'm going to take with this. I'm going to attack his queen. So I'm going to get tempo. Then we're going to bring the rook, the queen, and start some attack towards the king side. I mean, again, trading is not really bad. We're up a piece, a pawn. Okay, now I really like queen c7 straight away, threatening this. So he's going to have to play g3, and then we go bishop e5. And we're actually double attacking this knight. Yeah, so queen c7, knight g3, bishop e5, and then queen d3, and then you just take the knight, and yeah, looks super strong. Wins a pawn or a piece. Pick your poison. We've also got this really strong diagonal. he defends it, then I just take. Or I can even attack. Okay, he goes f4. Ah, this just puts a spanner in the works of what I had planned, but that's okay. Maybe I play g5. No, that's too wild. This is a really good resource that he found. But I don't think it's going to stop me from just bringing my rook. And then he's going to defend. And I'm going knight g4. Knight d7. Yeah, let's go here. I'm not really too bothered about this, because he can take me and it opens up my rook. Yes, this is a backwards pawn, but this will be a backwards pawn too, and I'll be able to defend it. So let's attack. Play bishop b2. I could even just go for a queen trade. Queen c5. Or bishop c5. Hold up. Queen d3. And then knight g4. Rook to defend. Takes. Yeah, no good. Just give him his pawn back. I'd like this knight to be here, but this knight's the trouble. Queen here. Let's just trade queens. You know, if he... Yeah. Trade queens. Simplify the position. There's probably a better way, but why not if I can? Okay. Doesn't want to trade queens. I can go queen b4. Let's do that. Now I'm threatening this. So he has to defend it. Could have even gone here. In fact, if he goes rook here, takes, yeah, no good. If he goes rook b1, I'll probably just go queen c4. And either has to trade the queen, or he backs up again, and then I bring my knight to e4, and he'll probably want to trade the knight, and I'm just... Yeah, because otherwise I will take the knight. Yes, let's go queen c4. And I'll take with the rook, obviously. He doesn't have any moves like this. This is fine. And now I can bring my bishop to b4 to attack this as well. Also, the moment this knight moves, then the a2 pawn's hanging. If he goes queen d2, Okay, well, first of all, he has to go queen e1. If he goes queen d2, then knight e4, and we just force the trade of knights. So if he goes queen d1 and go bishop b4, e4, knight e2, bishop c5. Okay, so we'll do this. Simplify the position. Knight takes, queen takes. Don't want to take with the pawn because otherwise it blunders my pawn, my bishop. Now we just need to build up pressure on this e3 pawn. Could even go e5. Takes. It does open up his rook, but it gets his bishop off the long diagonal. It makes a couple of weaknesses though. I mean, the plan now would probably be to just like double rooks, put a rook on the second rank, or play bishop c5 or bishop b4. Bishop b4 looks really strong, to be honest. Because where does his queen go? One of these two. And then we play rook c4, rook c8. He's going to have some trouble holding on to all of these pawns, I think. Bishop c5 is also just... I mean, he can defend it, like... President will defend it with the bishop, because I just trade it. Or you can defend it with the rook. Okay. Rook bd1. Okay, well this is very forcing now. Forces queen e2. So I like that. Oh yeah, this is really good. Bishop b4, queen e2, and then rook c2. Forks the queen and the bishop. At least, or forces a queen trade. So yeah, let's do bishop b4. Queen trade is fine. Then I also still get rook c2. At some point I'd like to create some luff for my king just so I don't have to worry about these back rank problems. It's just a mental note to keep in mind. The position feels very yeah, okay, he doesn't want the queen trade. So I could trade on my terms. Okay, he's threatening mate. So that's something that we should really be careful of. I think I have to take the queen. And he takes the bishop. Yeah, so we'll take the queen. Now rook c2, bishop c5, rook c2. Looks great. Don't see a problem with this move. He can go a4. Okay. Rook b1. So I really like bishop c5. Try and trade off. Bishop c5. If he avoids the trade, then I win the pawn. Yeah, I win the pawn if he avoids the trade. So we're going to go bishop c5. Just make sure he's not trapping my rook. He's not trapping my rook. Bishop c5 probably would take with the pawn. And then we got a pass pawn. This one's a little bit scary, but I don't think it's that bad. I can just bring my rook over. So we'll take the pawn. And now it's just pushing this pawn to the end. Okay. So now I have to... Okay, I've got a couple of options. I can take and he'll recapture, and then I can push or defend. I can take here and he'll capture. And then I've got no pass pawn, so that seems bad. I can play here. He can take. I can take. Yeah, I think I just take and push. And we'll go here. And then we're going to go. Yeah. Okay, we do have to be careful because he wants a5. So we're going to go rook b8. Then we're going to bring our king. No, I do not want to draw. So I just need to get my king active, really. King here, here, here. Then I'm golden. Even here, yeah. King f8. We're definitely more active. No, I don't want to draw. I want to get to here. Okay, now he's making it interesting. Okay, I can just push. Taking would be bad, lets him in. King c5. I give him some counterplay. So I think, no, if I push then he takes, so I gotta be careful here. So I think I do have to go king c5. Takes, takes. Takes, takes, king c5. I mean, it's winning. If I get to b4 as well, then I win this pawn. No, I do not want to draw. Takes. Takes. King here, king here. King here. Takes, takes. I mean, I'm threatening his rook there as well. King c5. Takes, takes. I think king c5 just is a bit more clinical. Gives me a yawning emoji. This guy's so toxic. Yeah, let's go king c5. It's just better. Takes. Rook here. Rook b7. Okay, I think I got a check now. Oh, I got two good moves. This move looks good. But I check him first. Wait, check him. And then he gets to the rook. So if I go here, then he comes here. I take, he takes. Yeah, I don't really like that. I'm gonna play here. Rook e8 check and then d4. And just start marching these pawns down. And now I think I have king b4. Yeah, that looks good. I really want to force a rook trade. King b4 here. Check. King here. King here. So king here. Yeah, king b4's good. Just don't want to blunder anything. Take it slow. Now let's go rook e3, so we can go here and win this pawn. And you can't check because I'll win the pawn. Maybe I can have check now. Yeah, first I can take the pawn. Check. King here or here. Check. Check. King here. And then I push. Yeah, the check's gotta be good. Force him back. I don't need to worry about this. He's not got time to do this. I'm coming first. King here. Okay. So he's found a way to trade the rooks. Wait, I just take his rook. It's just lost. That's the game. That's a blunder from him. Okay, I guess just take these pawns. Okay, so let's just be careful. Push. I think the way he does it is this. So if I get f6, push. H6. I mean, h5 is probably winning too, but f6, yeah. Takes. H6. Push. Push, take. I think h6 is better. Takes. Yeah, I mean, I can bring my rook to support. Yeah. Push. Takes. Okay. Yeah, push. Takes. Yeah, winning. Just wanted to secure the pawns. And now we take. Now we're winning. Up a million pawns. Okay, if you're going to let me promote this one, then I'll do this one. Then we'll do check. And then this. Good game. Oh, we're back to 1400. No, I will not play you again because I'm going to analyze the game. So a very interesting position. Just going to turn the lines on actually. Straight out of the bat. C5 as was correct. B6 is what to play. Okay, and then my intuition was right about A5, but I didn't like it because I thought he could take it, and then if I captured the rook, yeah, so capture the rook. It's fine, I'm better, but only just, but the real thing to do is take with the pawn. Oh, if he takes, oh, you take this pawn, and this pawn's really weak, and that's what I missed. And now I just got like I've got a queen's, I've just got a C pawn on steroids that I can, if he ever trades it, I bring another one. Can I take this? Yeah, I can just take it. But developing is good. Right, so, yeah. This is fine, but again, A5 is begging to be played. Bishop E7, check. Okay, C6 was better. But knight FD7 was bad. So C6, bishop A4, and then A5 is still to do with that A5 idea. If I did B6, yeah, this is why I didn't do it. So I'm glad I didn't do it because I was right about my calculation. So he goes here. Oh, I could have taken that with check. That was a free pawn. Okay, so always check for checks. Because you can win more. Yeah, just a great position. Up 2 pawns, right? Anyway, I missed it, but still it's a great position. He goes here. Yeah, knight A5, that's correct. But I mean, knight B8 is almost as good, so it didn't really make a big difference. Knight F3. Castles. C5, was C5 good? I didn't like C5 a lot, but everything is winning. And is C4 bad? No, it's just so winning, it's still good. But this is the best move to open up the position. Knight C4. Okay, so bishop C5 was good. But then knight C6. Takes. Oh, I've got this move here. Nice in-between move. Okay, so I didn't really have to be afraid of anything. But I played takes. Okay, this loses a bit of my advantage. Bishop D6, yeah, it's good. Okay, so again, rook C8 was better first. probably, and then queen c7. Okay, it's fine now. Try and get queen trade. Yeah, queen c4 was the best move here. Just try and force that queen trade. Now I bring it back. Bishop b4. Yeah, okay, bishop b4. How did I not see bishop b4? It's because I had it so attached to this knight e4 idea. Yeah, I kept so 2 examples in this game of where I was scared, so I traded rather than just calculating that this is good. And then later on here, instead of like seeing a pin that would now just win the piece, I trade off the piece, and now I'm still winning, but not as crushingly. And okay, this okay. So bishop b4 was good if he went here, obviously. But I need to look for forcing moves. This is just a really strong way of exchanging the queen, which is still winning for me, but yeah, capturing. Oh, it likes the rook more, but capturing the pawn's fine. Capture c4. Okay, it wants me to open up. Oh, it wants me to play f5. I guess just to stop his pawns. King f8. King 7's good. Okay, and then here, king c5 is the best move. If I take, he takes, and yeah, I was right. I'm kind of letting him into the position. So taking. Oh, I just missed a fork. Just missed a straight up fork. I don't know. Again, looking for checks is important. There's a million ways to win this. Yeah, wasn't the cleanest conversion, but I mean, I was never losing. Yeah, h6 is really a nice move, because I saw f6, but then this is a little bit annoying. Oh, f6. I can always stop the pawn in my rook, that's the whole point. I didn't need to be too precise with it. Okay, well, anyway, thank you for watching. We're back at 1400. Flying through the rating points right now, going straight up the ladder. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.